Okay.
Okay.
Welcome to the Business Cousins podcast. We're mixing family and business in all the best ways. My name is Bruce Hill. I make sales simple by teaching you to ask better questions. And this is my big little cousin.
Yes, yeah, I am the big little cousin. Hello, everyone.
We reconnected and we were having conversations about our businesses. And one day we talked for an hour. I was like, man, we really wish we had recorded it.
Yep.
And then Tasha said, well, if we're going to record it, we might as well stream it. So here we are. We're sharing our journey with you. We are not the experts. We're just a little farther than we were yesterday. We
That's
want to help
right.
you get a little farther than you were yesterday. All right.
Yes.
So you've got some questions for us. We're going to do our best to check the chats. If you can see me looking over here, I'm not on Twitter.
Neither am I.
So you got some questions for us. I think that were really powerful. And do you want to start there or you want to start with a recap?
Let's start with our weekly recap. So, welcome to our journey. For all the business owners out there, this is a funny time of year. As you see, my shirt says it's a holiday, not a hollow week. I know we don't go on break just because the holiday that was made up in 336 AD comes about. Yeah, real fast. We stay in it. We stay in it. Especially if you're in my industry, you are preparing for January, so we don't just, crash out. Usually we wait till the summertime if you're in the wellness and fitness industry to take our break. So everyone's on a different trajectory. So you think about that while you are in your business. So things that I have had to work on this week, we have had to solidify a venue for my event in March so that can be launched. I'm excited about that. Shout out to the Women's Brunch that will be transpiring out here in Maryland. Come check us out. And it was a lot of work. Making sure that the contract was accurate, that the down payment was what it was, and all the things. So went and checked that out and then made sure I hit one networking event. Went to our District 9. Yes, had to go, meet with the people. District 9 holiday party. Shout out to Councilman Sidney Harrison. He did a great job with that. Took mommy. So that's always good because she's for the people and she's a politician. She just retired now. Yes. So that was great. And then everything else, I had clients. Servicing my clients between now and then. And of course, always taxes and P&Ls and the non-fun stuff. Been working on that this week as well. So checking boxes and no, I'm not winging it. There's a plan in place.
I love it. Now, before I forget, make sure you share your tagline. What is it that you do? Maybe someone's listening for the first time.
Yes. Well, I am a fitness and wellness professional. I create culture within my wellness community so that we have legacy that we can take on for the future and that we can teach others so that I can give you the tools and you can give them to your family and they can give them to their family and friends so that wellness becomes part of our lifestyle and not just a trend. So that is what I do. Yes.
Snap it up for that.
Yes,
And
thank you.
I really love the synergy. Is that the word? Because I just got off recording a podcast so we could do our weekly recap. I just got off a podcast and he's like, why is what you do so important? And so it's not just about making money. We're changing the lives of everyone we work with.
Right.
When you change the life of people you work with, you change their family's life, right? Who they go home to. And you change their team's lives. Now they can hire people. And so you change their family's lives. Now we're changing communities. Now we're changing the world. And so I'm really excited to hear you say that because I just said that less than an hour ago about my business.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to create. Something that changes the world for the better.
That's right. That's right. One person at a time makes a big difference. They think it doesn't matter, but it does from the top to the bottom.
Absolutely.
That makes some changes out here. So we definitely have some questions. And please, if you guys have any questions for us, please drop them in the chat. We would love to answer them. So, Bruce, what's one business tool you can't live without?
Oh, yeah, I love this question. So let me go backwards. Sunday, we had a meetup. got some speakers together, and I was like, hey, we're gonna support each other and practice, and then we're gonna go to lunch. No one showed up, and I really want to share this because you're gonna start, and maybe that first time don't go so smoothly. I can't figure out which is more dangerous. If you the first time you just have 1,000 people show up, and you're like, oh my god, I'm the best entrepreneur ever. Right. Or if no one shows up, now you're really looking at yourself like, man, am I on the right track? So what I did, I said, well, how do I use this time? Okay, I have this block of time now. The tool that I can't use without is probably a suite of tools is Google Workspace.
Okay.
We had, I don't know what the exit was exactly. It was 8-figure range. It might have been the 9 figures. No, they ran the whole business off of Google Workspace. And so I was like, well, shoot, if we can have a 9-figure exit off of Google Workspace, I can run my business with Google Workspace. So that's the Gmail, Google Meet, tasks. What else do I love? The calendar. Everything you need to run a business is right there just for a few bucks a month. So that's when I will never shut off. If I have no other tools, I could literally run up 5 figures easy just with Google Workspace.
Okay, I can see that. I definitely use Google Workspace. From the conception of our business, I started out, I wanted everyone to make sure they had their name at HLS Collective, so we weren't running around with the Gmail. So you want to present a certain way, you gotta pay the fee. So I definitely use Google Workspace. I also live in my CRM. I use it because that's where all my people are. That's where I'm able to see what social media is going out, what social media has been responded to, and I can see my analytics. I can also blast out my emails and my text message. So outside of Google Workspace, that is the one that I would say I use quite often.
Shout out to a good friend of mine, Charles Oglesby III, man of Sigma. He said, if you don't have a CRM, you don't have a business.
Okay,
I already hear your mind turning. What does that quote mean to you?
I have to agree. I mean, that was one of the things that if someone would have told me how much I would have needed it 6 years later, I would have invested more time and energy really learning how to use that tool the very first year. I didn't even know what a CRM was when I started my business. And I had one.
Hold on. That's a good point. For everyone in different stages of their journey, what is a CRM?
It's a client management tool. It's a client management system, and they come in different varieties, different brands. And most of them, I got to be honest, aren't the most user-friendly. Usually you need someone to help you build it out, get started, choose. I'm on CRM number 4, I think, 3 or 4. Yeah, I've tried different ones because in the beginning, a good friend of mine, he told me to pick one, and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm picking. So I've used ClientJoy. I looked at Kajabi. I've used different versions of Go High Level with different agencies where the interface just looked, I couldn't look at it anymore. It was like black and red. I was like, what? My eyes can't take it. So then I had another one through FG Funnels, and now I'm at basic Go High Level. No way, like through one of my counterparts. But I can agree though, if you really want to be in business for the long term and it is not a hobby, I would say start with a CRM for sure.
Okay. I like how you snuck in the other question, but let's save the question because I don't want to skip over this part about the CRM.
Okay.
The difference between an entrepreneur and a business owner is systems.
It's systems.
And a CRM is a system. It stands for client relationship management. There's actually 3 types. This is my bag. This is my bag.
Okay.
So I wrote a book, Better Questions, Better Clients. And we're working on this one to get her book done by her birthday next year. So we're going to hold her accountable.
Please do. Please do.
Did Lena reach out to you?
No.
Oh, I got to get her on her. So Lena, shout out to Lena Payne Webb, is a publisher. So she's connecting with Tasha. Make sure she has the tools she needs to get to where she needs to go. So let's circle back to that. I'm gonna have to yell at her like, hey, help my cousin out.
Yeah.
So there's 3 CRMs. And I talk about this in a book about processes. where you'll have a marketing CRM, there's a sales CRM, and there's a client CRM. Go High Level can be used for all the above, which is great. It's all in one. There's so much to unpack. And I remember thinking to myself, I wish I knew all this earlier. So I wrote an ebook. We got to figure out how to get it to the people. Oh, we can put it in the school.
Yeah.
It's just called Choosing a CRM. Like, what is a CRM? How do I use it? How does it help me scale? Because if you don't have one, you're going to miss opportunities. You're going to cost yourself money. It's that important. And I know because I've done it. I had someone, I was like, oh man, I've been meaning to call you. He's like, oh yeah, I thought you were going to call me. So I just went with someone else.
Yeah.
Right. And so the CRM helps put those reminders in there. Keep the communication between clients organized. Keep the communication between your team organized. Get you a CRM. Actually, get one client, then get a CRM.
Yes. Yeah, it's great for nurturing so that they don't fall through the cracks because it's
that's
going to
the marketing side.
Yes, it's inevitable. And as a trainer, even outside of the marketing side, is keeping them engaged in their wellness journey. So I'm
that's
able
the client
to,
side.
yes, so I'm able to send out the recipe of the week, or this is the event that we're having that is free, just to get you there to do something outside of your in-home programming. So it's invaluable. So you don't have to send out random emails individually or text messages from your personal phone. It really is.
Oh man, listen, my phone's got literally hundreds of random numbers in it for me calling clients, future clients, whatever. And I was like, man, I've got to move this over to CRM. There's a quote: "Is the cobbler's kids have no shoes." So a cobbler is someone that makes shoes, right? And the theory is that the concept is you're so busy helping everyone else, you forget to take care of your business. So one of the things I do is help people set up CRMs. I set up HubSpot, Salesforce, Go High Level, and 10 others. So you don't have to. Right? That's been good because, like you said, it could be such a pain in the neck.
Oh man, yes. I think that if I would have known that day one, I would have hired someone. Day one, like first employee, not another fitness coach, but a CRM expert.
Absolutely. There's whole agencies built on that, but I think CRM being your most important business tool, or the one you can't live without, that shows a lot of wisdom, and that's something I wish I had adopted earlier too. Yeah, it was vibes. I'm not gonna lie, the first couple of years was all vibes.
For sure, I was like, oh, okay, you have no idea, and I had one. I just didn't know how to use it. It wasn't even that I didn't have one.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
I don't know. I think that's worse. You're paying for a tool that you're not using because you don't know how, but someone told you should have one. So, shout out to Stefan because he was right. He helped me set up foundationally. He just had a full life and couldn't help me do the next step. So
got you.
It's all good though. So
now we're here.
And now we're here. So anyone starting a business, Google Workspace, CRM. If you need help, hit up Bruce because he has the answers to the test. It's open book. Don't wing it.
Hold on. That's a gem. It's open book. In school, you get in trouble for getting answers from other people. They call it cheating. In business, it's called collaborating.
It's called collaborating.
You actually get paid. Yeah, yes. I'll go off.
Yeah, go off on it. I mean, it's true. Like, that's why I like working with other business owners. I don't like to gatekeep. They my friends in business, they send me stuff all the time. New AI training this, and look at this, Taj, and I send it right back because there's more than enough out here. Like, if you move with abundance, you don't have to gatekeep. You can personally be the open book test, which is what I try to be. You ask me, I'm going to give you the answer. I'm going to give you the right person, especially if I don't have the answer. I'm not going to pretend to have the answer. Like some people
big on that. If I don't know, I'll say so.
I'm not going to fake the flex because that's not can't move like that. So here's a question. Are you building a business or just creating a really stressful hobby?
That might hurt somebody's feelings.
Because I get all the ideas from all the people, and I'm always like, and they're for me. And I said, well, why don't you do that for me? If that addition is so easy, it's a great idea, but the same.
I think I definitely started out as a hobby. I don't know if you're gonna hear this story more than once. Um, I was trying to get a promotion. I think I said this last time, so I'll tell the short version. And I was just helping folks. This is a secret of business. This is add value. I was helping folks with the communication and confidence. And someone was like, "Man, Bruce, because of what you taught me, I was able to get my dream job. How much do I owe you?"
Mm.
And I don't think I really connected how big that is. Like, how much
Mhm.
is the dream job worth? It's like, oh, well, I've only worked with you for 3 hours, so I'm gonna charge you $100. Don't charge for time, charge for transformation.
Mhm.
Write that down. So anyway, they gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, $100. I was like, hey. And that was the most valuable $100 I've ever collected in my life. Because I didn't
Yeah.
have to beg for it. I had to ask for it. They were happy to give it to me. And that's where I became an entrepreneur. So that was a hobby though, right? There's no structure, there's no process, there's no framework, there's nothing, just vibes.
Mhm.
Not until that exit did I realize how tough it was to find a job in this market. So this is 2025 currently. And this was a few years ago. I can't remember if it was before COVID or after. But basically, I had a choice to starve and be homeless or to get the business in. And so I built a business. I was a full-time entrepreneur for a while. I did go back to work. We could tell that story. I still run the business. And the difference now is because there's processes in place, I can work and have a business. It doesn't have to be either or.
Mhm.
Um, and that's where I really could start to scale. I could take on more clients. People were happy; they weren't falling through the cracks. Still lots of growth,
Yeah.
but I can confidently say I'm building a business, and ultimately, I want to be able to pass my 9 to 5 income without spending any more time. So if I leave my 9 to 5, which I'm not, I'm happy, great company, but if I leave my 9 to 5, I got the money and the time. That's really the big picture.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between a hobby and a business. Is you don't have no time off. If it's a hobby and you take time off, what happens? Your income.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I definitely started off not as a hobby. It was definitely for a source of income when I
Mhm.
started personal training. Um, and then once I left working for corporate full time and started my own business, I didn't necessarily think about it as starting a business. I just had to do something else. And,
Mm.
and I knew my skill set and I knew I could transform people's lives. So I had to figure out, how do I charge for this in my own way to sustain my lifestyle, because I no longer have the corporate, training wheels on. I'm like, I have to be corporate. I have to be the top of the food chain to make this thing grow. And I see a lot of personal trainers who in theory think they're in business, but really they're doing a hobby because they love working out themselves. Not because they
Mm.
necessarily love helping people. They love working out. They love all things workout. They like talking about working out. So they go, oh, I should be a trainer. And then, yes, some of them become good trainers and some of them are focused on themselves as they train other people.
Interesting.
And it becomes a short term career because it takes a lot of work to deal with people when you think you really want to train athletes, but athletes don't pay. They pay, they don't pay. They are paid to do what they do, and they think it's a favor sometimes that you train them. So you have to be okay with taking general population, but that again goes back to, you have to care about someone other than yourself. So
Hmm.
that's how a lot of people in wellness end up in, and it may even be a paid hobby in some ways,
Right.
but
No shade. We just have to be honest with ourselves. What
yeah,
what are we really doing?
what are you really doing? What do you really want to help people, or do you really like the way you look in the gym and you're always chasing your goals? Because if you've never been trained by a fitness manager and you're a trainer, you got the certification, but you had no mentorship. potentially you could be just training people the way you train yourself. And that is not good enough. I'll say that.
Do you offer any mentorship or guidance for someone who's like, hey, I want to take this seriously?
Oh, absolutely. I'm trained and hired and trainer for 15 years to teach them how to apply whatever their philosophy is. Give them a philosophy, learn a philosophy, and kind of pick what clientele they do want to work with and build out their brand and build out their systems. So yes, I do mentor trainers. I love training trainers to become business owners, because I think we do need more of us that actually care about people.
Ooh.
And who aren't just marketing, like the people on TV marketing the Weight Watchers stuff and the things that they just want us to buy, but having some integrity to really transform people's lives.
I think that might be a good area to scale, maybe as early as next year. Pause. Success loves speed. We don't do things next month, next year. We do things today after we finish what we're doing right now. So we have other projects. So it's not to do it next year just because we're procrastinating. We've got other projects we're going to finish. Then we can do a new project. But I think that would be a really good one to put together, is from trainer to business owner. I feel like that's a simple title. I know what it's about, and really walking them through, like you said, transforming lives and creating a profitable business.
For sure.
Might be onto something there. Bookmark that one.
Okay. For sure. I mean, and I've already started the process, so we can talk offline.
Oh, see, that's why we're here.
Yeah. Indeed, that is in school. I do have a whole section that is dedicated to helping fitness professionals become business owners and transition from a hobby to a business. It's right at your fingertips. You can do it, everyone.
Man, listen, is that school accessible yet? Can we put a link in the notes?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, let's do that. So what we're doing, if you remember what she said, health and wellness. We don't want you to just lose weight or gain weight, whatever your physical goals are. We want your mind to be healthy, your spiritual self to be healthy, and we want your business to be healthy. So if you're interested in joining a community that's about health and wellness in all areas of your life, hey, come on over.
Yes.
Man, there's so much more we could dive into that. So let's see. We talked about CRM. We talked about your business tool.
Yeah.
We talked about making it a hobby. Did we finish your weekly recap? Or
we didn't get your weekly recap.
We didn't do mine. Oh man.
No. Yes.
Oh, man.
What did you accomplish, Mr. Bruce Hill?
It's been, I gotta look at a calendar. I don't even know.
That busy, so you're not winging it. Okay.
No, if it's not on the calendar, it does not happen. Let's see here. Okay. So Friday, actually, let's go back to a week from today.
Okay.
Wednesday, I had breakfast with a good friend of mine who's becoming an expatriate. So we talked about building a family. We talked about building a business that you can run from anywhere. Great conversation. And then that same day, I had a client and they want to come back. I'm like, okay, well, what are our goals? What are we shooting for? What are the measurables? And so onboarded them, invoices out, just waiting for that to get signed. So I'm thankful for that. That's when you know you're doing it right, when people come back.
Yes. Yes.
I feel like Saturday was a busy day.
Didn't you have a public speaking? Didn't you have a speaking engagement?
I did. That was on the 4th. So I spoke, sold some books, and then the next day I volunteered at a conference, and then the next day I spoke again. That's one thing I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna hop on the mic.
So I have a question. When you do your conferences, what is the goal? What do you I hear people, especially in the DMV area, there's always a conference. Always a conference. Outside of networking, what do you feel like you get out of them that goes towards your business?
That's an excellent question. So are we talking about hosting it or attending?
Attending.
Okay. So there's 3 reasons you want to go to a conference. and none of them are to learn anything. Like most of the things, I'll just stop there. Don't go to conference to learn anything. If you learn something, that's a bonus. You go to conferences, first of all, to build your network of professionals. And so, whether that's up, across, or down, that's the first reason. You're going to a space where you already know why everyone is here.
Mhm.
Right. So, if I walk into, what do you don't have HEB up there? What do you got? Piggly Wiggly's, Food Lions?
Oh yeah.
That's some country.
Safeway. Yeah, I was like, ooh, what? we got Giant, we got Wegmans.
Okay, Wegmans. All right, you go to Wegmans. If you stood in the front of Wegmans and 10 people come in, you probably couldn't guess what those 10 people wanted, right?
Right.
Someone's going to get some beer, someone's going to get some vegetables, someone's going to get some frozen pizzas. But when you go to a conference, you know why everyone's there, right?
True.
You already know. They pay money to be here. So network. So number 2 is visibility. I've got clients just because they're like, oh, hey, you're Bruce. I saw you at this conference. And they start to become more familiar with you. And then the third one is inspiration. When you start to see what's possible, you're like, oh, I'm not dreaming big enough. I'm not charging enough, right? Whatever the case may be. Or, hey, I'm doing this way, way more difficult than it needs to be. So network, building that familiarity and the inspiration. If you learn something, that's a bonus. So that's why I go to conferences. And a lot of times, I would say this year, my streak continues. I end up making more money than it cost me to go to the conference because I'm intentional about which ones I go to. My clients are there. And so it's lead generation for me.
Oh, okay. That's a great takeaway. So I think with that being said, we've given some great tips for this week. Why you should go to a conference? Those were some great answers. Set yourself on Google Workspace if you're running a business. And definitely get a CRM if you would like to stay in business and grow your business and make it not a hobby.
Well said. She said, if you want a real business, get a CRM. If it's a hobby, don't worry about it. No, that's it. And that's it. Every day is really not different. It starts to even out after a while. It starts to get predictable. A lot of people think that it has to be unpredictable and uncertain. And you're like, oh, you never know how much money you're going to make. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And we've built it into our business. That's part of not being a hobby. I had a conversation. I'll share this on go. So page 85, we're talking about turning conversations to clients. And the first thing I asked her, I was like, what do you want to accomplish from working with me? And she's like, well, I need to do 1, 2, 3. So, well, what have you tried? She's like, I don't know what to do. And I said, well, how serious are you about achieving the goal? She's like, it has to work. I said, okay, well, here's what I did before, and here's what happened. And I told her, and I was like, do you want that for your business? And she said, yes. I was like, great. Here's how we're going to help you. Here's how long it's going to take. Here's how much it's going to cost. What questions do you have? She says, how do we get started? Let's go.
Yeah.
And that's where we want for you, for your business, whether it's your team or you as an individual. We want you to attract people that want to work with you, that want to pay you, that you can help with excellence. We're not taking people money to collect money, but you can actually transform their life or business. And so this is our journey. Not everyone says yes.
That's right.
I got one, it was like 3 months ago. They messaged me. They're like, yeah, we went with this other company and oh man, they've been terrible and they've been expensive and they've been hard to work with. And I'm just like, well, I'm here to help when you're ready.
When you're ready, I will be here. And it's okay. And some of being an entrepreneur is doing the boring part. Sometimes it is a waiting game and it is got to do the calls, got to do some of the things that aren't so glamorous. They aren't so necessarily Instagram worthy. But if you stay in it long enough, you will reap your reward.
Man, that's such a good feeling. You're going to win. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. Consistency is key, though. You got to stay in it. But that's like most things in life.
Facts. And that's why you're going to see us. We've committed to 10 episodes.
Absolutely, y'all. This is number 2. I'm proud of us, but I'm proud of very small things. I like the small wins too. So
You gotta celebrate the wins, large or small. I want them all.
yes,
That's where you build momentum. And
absolutely.
so hold us accountable and say, hey, it's been a week. Where's that next episode at? We're gonna do them
Yep.
live. We may start recording some to build a what did you call it? Like a bank?
Bank, a library. Yeah, we
Yeah,
might.
library.
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely, if we do anything else, we're gonna follow through.
Absolutely. And if you guys sent us some messages and we didn't see it because, technology, please DM us, hit us up, ask us questions, or just say, hey, if you just want to show us some love, some inspiration. And remember, it's a holiday, not a Halloween week. For those of my fitness people listening, drink your water.
Show them the mug. Show them the mug.
Yeah, y'all, check this out. Yes, stay in it. Yes, HLS. one holiday at a time. One holiday because they just keep coming, whether it's a birthday. You know how people do. I got people who they're celebrating all the way through February. They started in October.
Oh no.
That's the reality of it all. They're gonna find a way. I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm just saying you don't need to binge rest if you have balance in your life.
Man, I think we need to talk about that next one. Balance. Because we could talk about being busy. I think that was one of the questions we didn't get to.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely talk about that one next time.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I think you summarized it nicely.
Yes, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. Business cousins talking about business. Something you may or may not talk about at your cookout. Here to set it all.
I love it. So remember, if you stay with it, you'll reap your reward. I think she said that well. I'm always going to tell you one new skill will change your life. Thank you for your presence and participation on this podcast. Tell a friend and tell a friend.
Tell a friend and tell a friend. See y'all next week.